This is hell to do. Hi, I'm starting to record. I hope I can get this darn thing in. It's very difficult. Because the middle is blocking the port. Is that it? Where is it? Finally. Okay, can anyone hear me? I don't know. I'm having a lot of trouble getting this done. I'm trying. Okay, well, let's see, I need to start recording. How do I record? How do I record? How do I record? Record? No. How do I record? Hello? Hello? This setup stinks. I'm trying. There I am. It just doesn't want to do it. Well, I'm trying here. Okay, so welcome to class. This is very difficult. I don't know why there's no sound. Why are you asking me? Is there no sound, really? You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Whoops. Can you hear me now? Okay, good. Okay, well, hopefully I can figure out how to record. That would be really nice. Hang up. What about this one? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Okay, now I'm recording. Thank God. Sorry it's taken so long. It's very difficult. I'm not going to be showing my face most of the time. I'm going to show How's that? Okay, there I am. Here. Now, to share, screen, boom, boom. Okay. God bless us all. This is so difficult to work with. On a Chinese computer. Why do they do this? This is a language center. Okay. We're working today on a little more Browning, a little Elizabeth Barrett Browning, and Robert Frost. We may get to the Graveyard Poets, I'm not sure. But let me take a little time. If you can hear me now, I hope you can. Let me look over here. Microphone is on, camera's off. Okay, right. I'm gonna go over here and let's do a little work on our exam. So I'm gonna start filling this in now. It's gonna be taken individually. You can just watch me type it, okay? Okay, what about the content? I'll just read this in case you didn't see or whatever. The midterm exam will be given individually with one student per exam. You can get the exam at the e-class area of the school website. It will be a PDF file. You can return it to me anytime between, the exam period up until next Wednesday. Either under my office door at 213 in this building or in the Daffel mailbox, which is on the first floor. Okay, what about the content? Let me type, hey, 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 what the heck are we doing? I don't care. Oh no, sorry, I'm just a little frustrated because it's so difficult to set up today. Okay. Cheat sheet terms. Let me type this up. Adrian Rich. Ozymandias by Percy Shelley. Right. We've got, I gotta drink some tea, friends. I'm really low on caffeine. Oh, especially please do, as I said, pay attention to those special words: spire, litter, dispatch, antique, and ancient. In particular, and the poems, of course, as a whole. All right, lyrical ballads, especially Wordsworth stuff. I always ask that question. Oh wait, I skipped something, but that's okay. I'll do it also. I'll put it in here. Right, good, got that. Especially with London in the Songs of Experience, that's a key one. Good, good, good. Lyrical ballads. Right, and right. What's next? Whoop, wrong place. We are 7, resolution and experience, and the other ones. Oh, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, right, yeah. Resolution, independence, yes, the preface. I think it's 1801. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, of course. Always relevant. Good, good, good. We used Zoom for a little while. I remember that stuff, poo-poo stuff. And then this was last week, right? I didn't get most of the class recorded last week because I didn't know how or something, or I got lost. I can't be sure. Okay. We've done some Browning. So basically the next stuff here is Robert and Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Okay. Okay. We have oh. The Last Duchess. We have Porphyria's Lover. We have Youth and Art. And I think we covered that last week. All right. So I'm sorry it wasn't recorded, but we did have that in the class, and so it's still part of the exam. Just feel sorry for the people that skipped class. And if there was some technical reason that some people couldn't tune in, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll just make that briefer or something like that. Okay, so we've got that, and Robert Frost. Okay, that should be it. So what do we got? The cheat sheet terms. Do a little underlining. On the felling of an elm in the Harvard Yard, Ozymandias. Songs of Innocence, Songs of Experience, yes. Boom. Okay, lyrical ballads. I'll tell you right now, just from the microphone, Lyrical Ballads was published in 1798. That's the year of the first edition. There it is, the answer. Okay. Lincoln Coleridge's Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, that's a big one. And the other things like We Are, Seven and stuff. We've got these. Boom. Oh, and that's not all, is it? Whoops. Right, and Frost. Okay, good. Let's keep moving. Here we go. Here's Robert Browning. His information on Browning. More about Robert and Elizabeth Browning. And now I need to also pick up let me just take a look at this for a second, see if it's got what I needed. There we are. I'll pick this one up too. That was from 2013. Wowee. And I'll give you links to all of these. Someone's already here. That's freaking amazing. Oh, maybe that's me. No, it's not me. Who the heck has opened this? I haven't opened this in years. Oh no, I edited it seven days ago, which was last week. In case you don't recall, Robert Browning married Elizabeth Barrett Browning, of course originally called Elizabeth Barrett. Her mother was really important too. A feminist writer, she wrote sonnets from the Portuguese because Elizabeth's nickname given to her by her husband was the Portuguese. Probably actually given before they were married. This is the most famous poem by our pal, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. So all of this information here is going to be on the exam. Yes, yes, yes. We've done dramatic monologues. We're not doing soliloquy of this planet. Holy moly, mother of maud. Soliloquy of the Spanish cloister. We're not doing that one. But we do have Porphyria's Lover, Youth and Art, and My Last Duchess, right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to it's already open on the, that's why it's, okay. Let's take a look at this first. This is by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, and you can learn about her at the link. We already have a link on the page. Oh, National Poetry Month. This is National Poetry Month. I should be doing National Poetry Writing Month. NaPoWriMo. Yeah, that's right. But I haven't been doing it because I'm exhausted. Here is Mrs. Browning. Mrs. Barrett Browning, maybe I should say. You don't have to learn all of this stuff, but in case you're interested, it's here. Okay, so here's sonnets from the Portuguese. Good. And this is great. This is a sonnet. I wanted to talk about sonnets, and probably will. if I haven't done it already, I have to research that first, but it's a sonnet. Let me give you a real brief rundown about sonnets. Sonnets are a traditional poetry form that's always basically organized the same way, with iambic pentameter as the meter. It has 14 lines. This one is an Italian sonnet, I can tell right away, because the rhyming scheme is A, B, B, A, B, B, A. And then what's after that? C, D, C, D, C, D. Okay, yeah, all right, fine. Only 4 rhymes. So let's talk about this one. This is a really famous one. Some people think it's by Shakespeare because they're not educated, but we are, so let's take a look. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach, when feeling out of sight for the ends of being an ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need, by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with a passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love that I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life, and if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. Damn, that's good. That's beautiful. Wow. No wonder it's so famous. This is number 43 of the Sonnets from the Portuguese, which was published as a book. And it's just, gosh, it's so passionate. A little bottle of caffeine there. Okay. I see we're moving up to 9 o'clock, but I'm not going to take a break then because I got such a slow start. What I'm going to do is make this into 2 video files, pausing the video recording in the middle, and that will be at about 9:15. Okay. I hope I can keep going that long. I'm exhausted already just from setting up. Okay. You know, it may be useful to bring out my old things about Old English. Not that kind of Old English. What should I say? Oh, no, that's not it. There we are, King James Bible English. I better add this. I'll share this at our page. Copy the link. Copy the link. Copy the link. Copy the link. Or don't you forget. Okay, so what's the word for that? What's that word? Glossary. Yay. A glossary is like a dictionary, except it only covers specific words used in a book that it goes with. Okay, there's the glossary. So, what do we got? This poem here has some old-fashioned words which you might not be familiar with very much. But the first, most important one in this one that you'll need to know is the. And looking over here, the means you as the object. So it means you. So you could say, how do I love you? Let me count the ways. I love you to the level of every day's most quiet need, blah, blah, blah. I love you freely, I love you purely, I love you with a passion, blah, blah, blah. Then, is there any more in this one? No, I guess not. I'm not noticing them anyway. There's another way to say you as the subject, and that is thou. This is not thee and thou, but thee and thou with a sound. Other forms, thy means yours, thine mean, no, thy means your, like thy name is Anna, or thine, the name Anna is thine. The do verb has some changes in the second and third singular. I should add that too. Okay, good. And you know this stuff here. I did pretty well with this, didn't I? Wow. Oh, and it even has the special words for the poem London, chartered, and ban. Very good. Hey, nice job, O'Brien. All right, here, so this is for your reference if you want to check about any of those special words. They come up all the time. Wordsworth also does it. Shakespeare does it. Coleridge does it. You know, it's because Shakespeare was such an influential poet. Everyone wanted to write like Shakespeare, and so even much later poets wanted to emulate his style, and it feels more poetic to use these words. These words. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's move on. How do I love thee? This was written in 1845 but published in 1850. Let's compare that with some Robert Browning poetry here. Oh, this we've already looked at. Right. Oh, and this is about Robert Frost here. I'll save that for a little later. Here are the poems we were looking at. Youth and Art 2, excellent. I love that poem. Really love that poem. That's a great one. We are not doing Soliloquy of the Spanish Cloister, or the Spanish Oyster, or either way, we're not going to do it. What did I say, or did I say about Mrs. Browning? Not that. Hello? The baby's got a hold of the microphone. This is something I want to add here. Let me tell you the story first, and let me just tell you the story. I'll type it up some other time. In case I forgot, or what's that? Hello? Oh, hi there. Ooh, what even is that shape? That's a... It's got a couple of forks. It's got a person with no chest and a big belly. I don't get it.
Since you built out, but we didn't hear your voice.
You can't hear my voice? No sound? Oh. Okay, I turned the sound back on. Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for telling me. Okay, that's great. Okay. I don't remember turning it went off again.
Put your voices on.
Okay, I've got it now. I've got it now. Can you hear me now? Oh, son of a gun. Okay. I don't know why. I was just here and it turned off by itself. Just let me know if you lose my voice right away, and I'll do it. The video that I'm recording with my cell phone right now should have everything, so maybe I'll just post that instead, okay? It turned off again. Hello? I don't know what this picture means. Why does it keep changing to somebody else? That's weird. Or did I turn someone else's on? This is so weird. Let me read what this says here. The dates don't match. Dates don't match. What? What dates? I don't get it. The exam week is next week, so that will be the day of the exam, and I will post the PDF on that day. And then it will be available to hand back into me in my box, or, yeah, I've still got microphone, in my mailbox at the Daffel office, or under my door at DH213. And you can return that anytime by noon on Wednesday, the following Wednesday. If you want to see dates, I can show you some dates. I'll take a look at the dates. Okay, so, May 1st is the exam day, so you can turn it in back to me any day between May 1st and May 6th. Bye, baby. All right. Okay. Looks like it's back again. Can you hear me now? Beats me. Okay, you can hear me now. Thank you very much, Xinlin de Xiesun Ye and Xie Yi something or other. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yay. Okay, so, and this one too. Yay. Appreciate your help. Okay, so, here's the story about Browning and his wife. If I can find the right place. Yes. It seems to me I already said this, but it wasn't recorded, so I'll just try again. During her life, Elizabeth Barrett Browning was a much better known writer and much better respected writer too. And she wrote, oh shoot, I can't remember the name of it, but we've got, hello, la 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 la. Bonus points if you know the composer of that music. I know what it is. Anyway, she was much better known, and so when people talked about Robert Browning, they referred to him as Mr. Browning, no, Mrs. Browning's husband. Why does my voice sound like this? I don't know. I can't get rid of this thing. And I don't know what it says. It says, Jun Zai Ble Yong Ni De Ble Min. Zuo Min, maybe. I'm not sure. Let me try something for a second. Here I am. I want to go back to the right. Well, no, not that one. This one. this one, this one. So many clicks just to turn it on. It's so silly. Okay. Gosh. Oh, this is very uncomfortable. This is the worst desk in the world. Unless it's a broken desk. Oh, be careful, I'm coughing. Cover yourselves with masks. No, just kidding. They called him Mrs. Browning's husband, right? She wrote one book which was her most popular, and it was very sweet and cute and innocent, kind of like the Songs of Experience, you know, that cute, or thereabouts anyway. And Mrs. Browning got sick and died before Robert, and very unpleasant man, apparently. I've talked about him in a couple of my classes this semester already. Robert Southey, looks like Southey, S-O-U-T-H-E-Y, Southey, I think is the right name. And he published a kind of a letter to the editor or something like that in a magazine or a newspaper, I forgot which, celebrating the fact that Mrs. Browning had died, which is, you know, the worst kind of taste. Oh God, saying we don't have to tolerate this kind of talk anymore. This kind of book. Thank goodness she's dead, and I don't have to be bothered with her writing anymore. It's really low class to do something like that. Browning was pissed off, very, very hurt, insulted, angry, angry on his wife's behalf as well. And so the next week, or the next publication anyway, he wrote a response to Southey, you know, responding to Southey's writing, and it was full of anger and insult, and it was very sweet. It was very nice. Very rightly. I mean, who the hell goes and says, "I'm so glad someone's dead," especially someone who is, innocent of any bad doings. I would, like, if Trump were died or something, you know, maybe I would expect celebrations everywhere. But sorry, Mr. Trump. I'm not going to call you President Trump because you stole the election, you son of a basket. Anyway, sorry. If you're a Trump supporter, let's never talk about that together, okay? Because I will get angry as hell. Anyhow, so that's a story about Mrs. Browning that's important to know. I'll type it briefly here. what's the right word? I can't believe Southey was, and Southey was really nasty to Charlotte Bronte as well, who wrote, Charlotte Bronte is a great, poet earlier on in her career, and then as a novelist, she was fantastic. In my British literature class, we're starting to read Jane Eyre, which is a phenomenal novel. It was so good. How are we doing over here at the camera? Am I touching the camera? Hi, I'm here. Okay, so she wrote asking for advice, how to grow as an author, how to how to be successful as a writer, and he wrote, women's place is not in the creative or artistic world. Women should not be writers; they should stay at home in the kitchen. And stuff. I mean, not those words, but something to that effect. And what a low-class individual he was. Tennyson was up next, I think, in 1850. Don't quote me on that, though. I'm not absolutely certain about the details. All right. Anyway. And let me just remind you, because it wasn't on the video last week, probably. Dramatic monologues is something that Robert Browning came up with. These are basically like a speech spoken on stage by one character only, as if it came from a play, but they're not. They're not from a play, they're only individual speeches. All the words are spoken by the character, and it's not Browning himself speaking. It is all invented characters or historical figures or whatever. Many times they're in a medieval or Renaissance European setting, and they're very funny. Oh, I want to read Fra Lippo Lippi. Oh gosh, that's a cute one. Oh, Lippo Lippi. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll have to add it next time, I suppose, because the time is up for this. Okay. Before we get into any more individual poems, let us take our break now. It is 9:14 and time for a little break. And I'm going to go over here and pause the recording if I can figure out how. So I'll see you in about 10 minutes at 9:25. Okay? See you soon. Yes. Okay. I'm still here. I'm just not recording at the moment. I'm going to turn my cell phone off too. Oh, if I can get out of this chair.